So you can change here instead of say attribute, you can say year, and here you can call it anything, value or attribute, whatever. It's for you to give a meaningful name into the table or this thing. Remember, this is just an example, but when you are working at the corporate level, you are working with real data. So the data is connected to the business. So you know you have to study the business, take time to understand the business. Then when you are using this column, you know the name, the appropriate name that you have to give to each of these column to make it meaningful and understandable and clear to your customers. Now, we learn source file connection, row and column operation, how to manipulate filter formatting, error handling, append query, pivoting, and that's what mainly we we call basic cleaning shaping. Basic cleaning. That's what we had up to today. Now, last week also we talked about the star schema, dim table, and a fact table. You will see the same thing in Power BI, a Tableau, SQL, and Python. Those these are the main um, backbone of every visualization or dashboard or report that we see. Some report may have 10, 20, 50 table and projecting the result on the platform. But they are from all the information you see, the report you see, are not from only one table. But how do we connect all those tables to have a meaningful? Because you can give a report from customer, and now when they come to product, you do it separately. You see that there are two different things here. And I was telling you that the fact table always have the primary key of the others included into them, so they can connect by the keys.
Mm.
And we do the same key stuff in Power SQL. So mainly all the tools are the same for you to be used. So if you understand one well, just use the same logic, the same understanding for others, and you grab it. So that's what we call a fact table, the middle one that has all the attribute of others connected. So it helps them to be connected to it. One thing, if it's happened that you don't have a fact table, you have to can create your fact table that will have all the information you need to be able to connect all. You create them by putting all the data together. We will learn that one. Now here, current projects future, we're gonna use this population combined today, so you can see how it works, and we will learn how to create fact table, how to use the fact table and dim table, and we will get some result and know the back end. Um, we talk about reference. The reference, you can see we talking about reference and duplicate, two different things that I want to show you here. The reference, we have query 1, query 2, query 3, and we combine them all together. Now, we come back here, apply step source, remove column, we do whatever we want to do to clean up. Now, the reference table, it gives us reference 1 and 2 out of the combined table. But now when you come to the duplicate, we have also query 1, 2, 3, and now we have combined query separate, combined query separate. So instead of one query, we have two query separate that give us two different duplicate. Merging query, we have this table here, query one, table two. We did it last week. We have the custom ID, product, and price. We have table 2 customer ID, which because they have to have something in common, matching table, matching column. And you can see here we have customer ID, product price. Here we have customer ID, name. We don't have product, we don't have price. Now, because the customer ID and the customer ID are matching, we use these two columns to now combine these two tables to make it one table here. Query 1 plus query 2. We call it table 1 plus table 2. So when you hear query, is a table that they trying to refer to. So we have now customer ID 17117. We have 171 because it's only three. Same thing here, same customer that we have here. Now we see here customer one purchase TV. Boom, this TV. And how much is it? 599. Bam. The name, what is the name of customer one? Is Max. So we add the name into the table here. That's all we did here. We want to add the name. So we will have one long table, one constructive table to do our analysis. Customer number 7 bought notebook 1.699. And what is customer number 7 is here notebook 1.699. What is name is Manuel. And here we can see that customer number 1 bought also a phone 99 9900 999 max. What is name is the same name. Customer number 1 is, so that's what we do the merging. Merging is simple. Now we do, let me go back here. We do reference and duplicate are totally different from the merging. Totally different. Now we come to joint. The joint, is same thing here. Same concept. Same joint that you do in SQL. The same joint comes here. And the joint, we're trying to pull up data from various table and make them one. Add a matching column, add a full joint, add a right left joint, inner joint, the same thing, same and same thing. We have query table 1 sales, we have table 2 sale region, but we have the matching table here, which is ID. Now we come here, we want to do auto joint, but doing the left, and we pull up the sales ID, the ID and the sales. Now we pull up the region here. Now you can see we have ABC, ABC, and now we have what the left, we have the sales, and that we have here region. The region is what A has US, boom. B, we don't have B here, we have BB, so skip the BB. Now we talk about C, and you can see that because we don't have B here, the name is NA, because we don't have B here in the region. There's no region that the region doesn't display B ID here. Okay, you can see C here, Asian, we put Asian here. The things, what we're trying to do with the join is to join the two table and get all the information just like what we did here. Just like it. We're trying to add these two table. All we needed to do here to add this column to this table to make it a complete, because here and here are the same. How can we combine the two tables to make them one? That's what we use a technical merging. And come in here, we use another technical joint, and the full joint here is giving us A, B, C, B, B, because we want to full joint add the two, make them one. We don't want to take anything. Whatever is here, we take it and we add it to here. We don't want to take anything out. But the left joint, we keep everything in the left, the first one, and we see the matching one in the second one. And that's why we did not have BB here. BB does not exist on the first one. So we skip it. Now, when we're doing the full joint, we keep everything in the first and the second. That's why you can see we have BB and we have B at the same time because we want everything here and everything here. Now, right joint now. You can see in the right joint, we keep A, B, B, and C, right? A, B, B, and C. We kept it on the right now. The second one is calling the right second table. We keep everything on the second table and we see the matching in the first table here. We have now BB, which does not have a matching sales price in the first table. So we say AN. Put it in your mind. The full joint, we add the two table. Whatever is inside, we combine them. The left joint, we keep everything in the first table and we see the matching in the second table.
Mm.
The right joint, we keep everything on the second table and we see what matching to it on the first table. Period. Easy to understand. The full, we combine two to make one. It doesn't matter what they have. If they have millions for each other, it becomes 2 million for us. And we see how they match. The left, we keep the first table and we now loop into the second table to see what match into it and we combine those who are matching. If any of them does not match, we take them out. We don't keep them. Opposite to the right one, we keep everything in the second table and we loop into the first table to see the matching and we keep them. And now we come into the left region, um, anti-left IDB. Okay, okay, you can see that in the table one. When you see anti is only this one that we don't have here. That's what they want to see. What we don't have here. The same thing here. We don't have the BB here. The BB, we don't have the price.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the inner table. Oh, excuse me. Mm, the inner table, we have C, A, and C. A and C. A and C. Inner. What do we have here and we have here? Exact matching. We're keeping what you can see here. The circle is saying, what do we have on the first table that matching exactly what we have in the second table?
Mm.
Easy. Any question here before we move? Okay.
On NA, can you? I know in is it SQL? I think you put now or something like that. Can you do that on NA or it has to be specifically NA, N/A?
Yeah, and A is because we don't have anything there.
Oh, okay. No, I'm
That's why.
asking like, can you write now or it has to be just NA, like a
Oh,
print?
it will display it like this, but when you are doing your query, you go to if you are cleaning up, you can change it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can change it. Okay, completing our stuff. So here we have number one dim table, which is country ID, country and region. And we have the fact table, fact population, and all this thing. Is continue telling us about the dim table. You can see here we can easily connect the country ID to this one easily, no problem here.
Mm.
Like they connect the age group ID to this one. This is the age group ID. That's it. But if we don't have anything here, we don't have anything matching, there's no connection that can be done here. Okay, understanding enable load um, is we have to enable some stuff. That's it. There's not much to learn from here. But like we went to, I will show you when you get there. No. Okay, so what we learned so far is all this duplicate working with index entry data manually. We're gonna learn how to enter data manually and condition component, all these things. You see, all this is the same thing that you do in Power Python, and same thing that you will do in SQL. So my advice is that if Power BI is easy for you to understand it well, then when you go to Python, all you have to do, if you know what you want to do or you have to do, just look for the command that do it. Google the command that do it. That's it. For
Mm.
instance, yeah, for instance, if you want to work on a row by removing a row or adding a row to a table, maybe using pandas, you go on Google and type Google, how do I remove a row from table using Python? It will give you the command because you already have in what you want to do. The most difficult point is if you don't know what you are doing, that you don't know the command. Once you know what you are doing, maybe you want to split a column to extract a value. Just copy, split a column, split a column. How do you split a column in Python? The command will be there. Let me let me finish and I'll give you one example there. Okay, and we took a break, and today that's what we were supposed to do. But let me give you one example, and I think did you know this one? But um, coming back here, I'm saying Google. Okay, and you can come here and you say how um, to split column in using Python. Uh, Here is saying pandas. I can use the pandas to do it, and you see it here. Okay, then it give you the command df column. This is the column name, and they say here split. That's it, and it give you some code that you can see as example. That's the way you use Python. You can memorize everything, but you have to know what you are trying to do. You can say, or I can say in Python, just it, and you can see that it give me column name, brand. You say str split, and the command here. That's it. Command here, and you say dot split. Split. You can copy this one to your file or your platform or the one you are using, and now modify, add your column name or whatever you are using, column name or whatever detail, and you see the results there, drop whatever. So that's the way you work with Python. You don't have to memorize everything. Okay, last week mainly we work on all these things. One thing I wanted to show you today, right, that we're gonna work on also. You see all these graph here, they are not from um, Power BI. They are external to Power BI, and they are all from Python. So within the Power BI, you have the flexibility to incorporate graph from R programming and Python programming, because sometimes you know the graph you want to add, but you are missing, we don't have it inside. We are missing it here. We don't have it here. So you can go to Python, like let me show you one thing here. Maybe I can show you. Uh, um, okay, okay, okay. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it, and I will show you this one here. You see, for instance, these kind of presentations, Power BI has them. Power BI has all these things, but you won't see it directly. These things that we use to just present our dashboard for the moment, instead of just going to the main page. I want to introduce, you can put your name, you can put a design, you can put whatever here as a first page and go there. So Power BI has so much flexibility and capability that you will discover why you are playing with it. All this, if you are not playing with in the tools, you won't discover exactly what we have at the back of it. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I don't want to. Okay, good. Now, today mainly, I want us to have hands-on on some of the stuff that we learn, so that tomorrow next week we can start DAX and working on DAX, the calculate column, measure, and all those things. Now, I'll open my Power BI platform here. We learn how to upload different. If anyone has any question, you can stop me at any moment. Um, okay, we learn how to upload data set from Excel, SQL, text, CSV, web, and today I'm going to show you how to upload a data set from a folder. And what is the advantage of that, using a folder? Okay, I'm using this folder right now. That's what I want to connect. Okay, it's giving me, it say folder path. Which folder do you want? I want to use this folder here. Coming here, I want to use this folder here, the folder called population 2010 to 2014. Okay, the question that you ask, why will I use a folder on a platform for a dashboard? The answer to that will be, it helped me to do the updating automatically. I'll open my folder for you here. We have 2010 to 2019, 2020 to 2029, 2030 to 2040. Okay, in case it's a sales document we are dealing with, and the client said, we finished the dashboard. Oh, I forget to add 20 it's 10 years, 10 years, right? 2005 to 09, 05 to 09. So how are we going to do that? No, it's 10 years, 10 years, 2000 and 2009. How are we going to let that? Oh, are we going to rebuild a new dashboard? Are we going to, how are we going to add a new one to it? Or we want to add 2040, 40, no, 2041 to 2050 for a cent. How are we going to do that? Or do they think no? You just need to add that file here, and it will automatically update your dashboard for you. What am I talking about? I browse it. Now I'm going to look for the my folder here. That's where you have to organize your. Okay, I have it here, and I have it under here, and this is the folder I'm using right now. Okay, I'll upload it, and I say okay. Then I'll say upload it. You can see that we have 3 files under this folder. Okay, what is he saying? Is using Power BI. Dun, 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 dun. We have the content, binary name of the folder here, extension, dates, accessing, date modification, and date created, and so on and so on. If I say transform, okay, that's what it's giving me. Is that my folder? You can see we have 3 different folders here: CSV, and Excel. Okay, but after all, it's only picking up. You can see 2010 to 2040. But when you come here into the folder, we have 2010 and 2014. So you already automatically combine them for us. And I'll look into it, and I will be like, okay, I don't even know what this guy is showing me here. But let me say, yes, let me accept it. Close and apply. It's gonna take time because I have a lot of things open. Okay, I have to close it and I'll open it. And sometimes because Power BI is heavy, I open 3 or 4 at the same time, and that's what was giving me some issue there. So I you have to learn how to troubleshoot your desktop quick instead of calling people all the time. So going back again, okay, and I say more, and I want add connect to folder, and I want browse. and my folder is under my document. Under my document, I have data, Power BI data, and this is the file I needed, and I'll open it. Okay, so I can say combine, it will combine them for me. I can just load. Uh, let load first. I'll load it before I try to do some transformation. Now let me load it. Okay, when I load it, automatically it combined them for me. And you can see that the file I have become something like this. Is that the real file? Let me open the Excel one. So the real file is giving me um, block ID, location, time, age group, all this thing. So from this now, I have the GGP also here. And that's what I'm getting here on my data set here. Creating as well. So there's something wrong here. How do I fix it? Come back here and I'm gonna delete this one here. Boom. Go back here again, trying to upload. Folder. I want you to follow this one well because it it happen if you are working on the environment where they have frequent update. It's easy for you to do it this way. Okay, now once I'm here, I'm like, okay, what do I do from here? Because let me see, I'll say combine. Now you see where I click here, I say combine and transform, combine and load. I'm going to do combine and load first for you to see the result. Because like I told you, these tools, you play with them and you discover more and more. If someone want to teach you 1 to Z, you may miss some stuff. You'll learn some stuff, you may miss some stuff. Now, when I say combine and load, you see how it display the column for me right now. Totally different from loading sample. Okay, now let me load it from here. Okay, let's see how it display here. You see the difference? The first one, we had issue with the display, and now here it make it easy for us to view now the table here. Okay, now we have the population and we have this column. What it means, I don't even know. We have this one. Now you can see that we are missing the column names. Okay, when you come here, yes, we are missing the column names. Now I'm going to delete this one again. Delete from here. Yes. I'm coming here again, and I'm gonna upload this thing again. Coming back here. Now I'm going to say combine and transform. Okay, and I'll say here. You see here, we have column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, but still is giving us the column name at it down here. Okay, let me say okay. Okay, now good. We have the Power Query here. You see the Power Query. You're in the Power Query now. Last week, I know Joseph wasn't here, so I'm gonna show it to him again. When we are in the Power Query, there's two different things. We leave the desktop and we come to Power Query platform here. Now, let's do this together. We have this thing here. The column, this column, we want to remove them and now keep this name. What we want to do is to keep this name. And the name is population female, population total, population male, age group started, age group, timing, location. So this one is an error, and this one also is an error. And if you see well, some of the column will tell you error empty one, error zero. All of them say error zero because they couldn't pick it up. So what we have to do now, as I was telling you, look for columns we have here. Now, are we working with the column or with the row? We are working with row. I misled you. Now we want to remove a row. Now I say remove top row. Look, you say number of row. I'll say 1. Okay, you can see that it remove the 1 1. Let me go back again. You can see it. What I did right now, I remove this one here. The 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 8. And I can come back here and say keep top row, or keep bottom row, or keep range of row, or keep duplicate, or keep error. I don't want any of those. Remember, I'm working uh, I'm mainly working with row, so I'll base on these two. If I'm working with column, I'll work with these two. Now remove top row. Let's say remove top row again. And if I say 2, it remove this one and this one, and that's not what I want. Specific how many row do you to remove from the top. Let me come back here and say, okay, here I have use first row as a header, or use header as a first row. Use first row as a header. Let me apply any of these two and you see the difference. Okay, I'm using first row as a header first. Okay, bam. Okay, you see that the column 1, 2, 3 left, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we don't want. So I'll do this to this one. It's the cleaning, how to clean with Power BI. So we come back again, removing this one also. Okay, we came back to this one. So to make it easy for myself, I'll try to remove this column, first row rather. Then I can apply my formula to it, my command that will make it easy for me. So I'll come to the row first and I'll say remove top row, and I'll say I just want to remove the first row here, path, and to remove the first row for me. And now the first row now become population, LCI, location, timing. Let me see my data set if it's matched. Yes, LCI, location, timing. That's what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct. So coming back here now, I'll come back here and I say use first row as a header. If I say use header as first row, it is to switch it for me. So I'll keep this one. Now we have the correct weather now, right? Okay, now let's come back here now. As data analyst, you don't want to keep everything, because when you keep so much data set on your platform that is not useful to your analyst or report, it slow down your process. So the main thing that we have to do, eliminate the columns that are not needed and represent your data well, that make it easy for you to do your analysis, your graph, your report easily. So now the question is, do we need this column? No, we don't, because in the original data set, we don't have that column. So the first thing to do is to select this data set, like we select it, and come, yeah, you can see it here, and come here, column. Now we are dealing with column, and we want to remove, so you can see it here, remove, and we say remove column. Last week, I was telling you, if I say remove other column, it will remove all this column and keep this one for me. But we don't want to waste time to go back again. I just want to remove this column here. That's it. One click and we are set. And remember, if I remove that by mistake, I just need to come back to apply step here and remove this one and to come back. Assume that I wasn't sure about which one to choose, and I say remove other columns. One column come. All I have to do, click back here, and all will come back, and I'll go back again. Do not panic. Just say remove that column for me. Good. You can see here that we have location. mainly is country name or city. I don't know if it's a country name or city, so they call it location. We keep it. Location is what is trend. We leave it like this. Here, we can see they say timing. Timing, last week, I left it like that, but it's a date. Date, we need to, is not numerical variable. I click on this and I'll change it to date or date and time. But to make it easy for myself, I'll say date so that when I'm it, oh no, it messed up everything for me. I'll just change it here. Boom. Come back here and say date date and time. Let me see if it's gonna give me the same thing. Boom. Let me see here. If I say uh, date and time here, it's gonna give me the same nonsense. I'm not taking it. Yeah. Let me see here. If I say no, they change this thing again. Daytime again. No. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like this for the moment because it seems like they changed something. Okay, I'll come back here. 0 to 4, 0 to 4. It's telling me here we have one error. Then I'll click on the arrow and I'll say remove empty. It's not error, it's empty. I'll say remove it and it will remove it. Okay, you can see that we have the clean now 100%, 100% validation. And here alphanumeric is saying 0 to 4, 6 digit. I don't know exactly. Let me use this thing here. 2010. Okay. So here alphanumeric. Okay, we're gonna keep everything. So we just use this to combine the column. Now let's say we have another. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good. We have 2010 to 2040. Let me see the years here. Okay, let me remove the filter I put here because the filter is gonna mess me up. Okay. 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 2010 to 2019. 40 is you have to continue. Is giving me an error. Uh, let me. I don't want to put a filter here because we have a lot to do. But let me do it. Remove all the empty none into it. Yes, I'll remove them now. Still, it's not giving me the date. It's giving me 2010 only. Good. We're gonna get up to 2040 somewhere along the way. Okay, now we have our clean data set now. When we do what we have to do, we figure out that everything is clean here. I'll come back here now and say up, close and apply. Okay, we counter an error. Okay, Let me go back again. See, it's keeping some of them here and making an error for us. Come back here and say combine and transform. And let's say okay. While this one is working, I'm okay. Is having a problem. The population failed to save modification to the server error. Data to convert number. The current operation was cancelled because other operation in the transaction failed. Population 10.44 to okay. Um, it's giving them error in the population itself. Okay, good. Mm, Let me delete this one here. Remove this one. Okay. And now let me remove first row and say one things. Power BI is very heavy, so anytime you are dealing for a large file, you keep it keep top row. Okay, I'm gonna leave things like this, and you can see we have 10 to 40 here. Okay, now is duplicated data set for us. Okay, let me see if I see this one. Okay, this one. Okay, let me now delete this one here. Yep. Okay, now let me have this one here. Okay, let me now close and apply. It's keep giving me an error because this guy. Let's keep discharge this. Apply then. You see that it's just some areas we take time just because it doesn't go straightforward. You see, that's all is giving me the problem. Okay. Let me go back again. So sometimes you go through this one is if I had the same issue again, my first troubleshoot will be to close my Power BI and reopen it. So you will go through all this type of issue. Don't panic. Don't think that the command is not working. The command is working, but there's a background issue that you need to deal with. Okay, it's coming again. There's an error in the file for error loaded. And I'll say close this. And now upload this one for me. Okay, now he uploaded right now. You see that it's not always straightforward. And we still have our problem here, the column name. Now we have to find a way to solve that. I'll go back to transform data and transform the data here. Okay, now all I need to transform now is to come here and say now remove first column, top row rather. I'll say only one. And here I'm going to say keep first row as a header here. Okay, that's what I need at this point. And I'll say, okay, I'll close and apply for me. Give me an error again. Okay, I'll say close. But now I have my data set here, right? You see, just this command alone, when you are working, sometimes it take me almost an hour just to make this one work. But at the end of the day, it works for me. And you may go through this. Don't freak out, don't panic, don't get nervous. Sometimes you close the whole application and you redo it again. There's an error somewhere. It showed the error. See? Okay, boom. Let me go back to transform. Okay. That's why they said cleaning the data take 90% of our time. Okay. Now I just want to delete this one here. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to close it and apply. Now, let me come back here again. It's not data. Nothing. It's giving an error. It means that it upload, but it didn't take the data set. Another problem. And you go through this one at work and how to solve it. You got to find, that's where you become an expert in it. And all this does not even what I wanted. So I'll come back here again. Now delete this one. Okay, good. Now let me do my thing simple. Let me upload them one by one. Let me go back to document and data. I'm uploading this one, which is okay. Okay, you see the problem I'm having. We have Excel file. Let me show you here. We have text file and Excel file that we're trying to combine at the same time. And that's the error we are having. And you can have that problem at work. Take time troubleshooting them one by one. Now, how can I go around it? You can now use what do you call it? Decide to now use the same formatting, Excel or CSV, for all your document, so that you can upload it at one. But because that's not the main purpose of what we want to do today, I'll just go ahead and do this for me. And next week, I'll show you how to solve that problem. Yeah, it's giving me an error again. So it means that there's okay. I have it fine here, and I have it here. But this is not the file I uploaded. It's the 2013. Okay. Coming back here, I'm gonna upload the second one. You can see that I have to do CSV text 2019. And I say I just want to upload this one too. Boom. Boom. I'm going to the next one. Ten, 19, 29. And I'll be like, okay. So the problem I was having, there's two ways to solve that problem. The first way is to just change the formatting to the same formatting, which will be either Excel or CSV, and upload them together, which I'll do in few minutes. But let's do this one quick, and we move there before. Okay, one thing that I want to show you here, we have population from 2020 to 2029, 10 to 19, and this one is 30 to 4, yeah, 30 to 40, right? Now I can change it here, and I'll rename it here, boom, and I'll say population. It should be same population dot 20 30 to 2040. Boom, boom. I have it done there. Now I have all three, and now you can see that I still have a problem here. It kept the column, so I can do the modeling well here. So I have to come back here. I'm showing you when I'm working, when we are working at work. I didn't want to do everything before I come here, so that I can show you some of the difficulties we have at work. When we are using the small sample here, it's easy to just prepare everything and come and show you. But when you go on your own, when you start having this issue, you don't know how to resolve it. Now I came back here. I'll click on this one, and I'll go back to transform and transform my data here. Okay, then I'll click on this one. Fine, I have no problem here. Let me see this one. Yes, that's where I have a problem. Then I'll come back here and say remove top row, and the top row is 1. Okay, now come back here and say use first row as a header. Good, now I have the correct data set here. I come back here, I do the same thing here, remove top row first. Okay, and I say move header. Good. No, I mess up something here. I messed up something here too. Good. Here, something is not correct here. Let me take this one too. Good. Okay. Now from here, I'll just go back here and say use first row or second. Good. So now I'll say close and apply. So the cleaning would consume most of your time, because after you finish the cleaning, you see, now I have my data set here now. Now, when I have my data set here, I can connect to them by age, by group age, all those things. I can create now a dim table to do my work, whatever I want to do from here. But before we go, I want to show you how you can use the merge and the other stuff to do your work. Let me go back to transform again, and we are in the transform now. My system is lower because it's slower because I opened a lot of stuff. So now I have these three data set that I want to combine to make it one. I have the merge and I have it append. I'm going to use the merge first. Merge as new. So you can see the difference. I click merge as new. If I say merge query, it will based on this one. But when I say merge as new, it will create a new merge for me. Okay, now it's asking me, okay, what do you want to merge? And I say, this one, 2019, and what do I want to base on? Okay, okay, it said yes, it find two error or couple of error. There's two column that you want to take. So it's saying left AutoAgent all from first column, Martin from the second column. Like I told you, this one describe it well for you. I can say all, but I'll just leave it like this so that it will be your homework. Okay, I have the first joint that give me here. Okay, it's giving me 2030 to 2040, 32, all those things. Okay, the merge. 20. Now I want to add 2019 to the. Okay, now I want to continue doing my merge from here now. And I'll say merge query. Remember the first time I'll say I want to add 2019 to it. It says select the same select column of the same type text and text. Wow. Okay, good. And let me go back and merge again. Merge to 2019. I don't remember which one I use. Let me see. And see. Okay. It's not the same I used before. Okay. Now at this point, I merge all my three column now. I combine them to make them one. So Okay. Maybe mistake. I didn't add the 20, but let's do this one now. Now I have my combine these three table that I have here. Let me verify something here for you to see. I'm going to validate my data set by using the group age, not location. Let me check here. Total population, location, group age, not group age. Timing. Let me see if it's timing. It's gonna work for me. Okay, it's giving me from 2030 to 2040, which mean that, let me change this thing here. I don't want to go there. Okay. Um, okay. I mean that it did not take others, so it's not a problem. But basically, that's the way you used to combine. And if you want to use the combine the folder here, you have to change all the data set into either Excel or CSV, common separate value. And next week, we're gonna work on this. So you can see how this gonna work. Copy, visual, and paste, paste, and paste again. Okay, I have one here, right, one here, and one here. Three of them. Now let me use this one. Change the timing here and see what we have here. 10 to 15. Let me change this one here. Change the timing and use this one. All these are part of the cleaning, how to clean the data set. You have to validate and make sure that the transformation and the load are on time. Okay, so I have 30 to 40 here, and I have 40 to 20 to 40 here, no data and some. And you can see because I have some blank and some data, I needed to do more cleaning so that we can have them combined together here. So maybe our append did not work for us well. So in that case, we will rely now on merge. So if append didn't work for you well, you will go into merge now. We did a merge, I think. Now we go to the append. Now we have to know the difference between the append and the merge so that we know which one worked well for us. So next week, for the whole week, I'm gonna send you the folder, this data set here, and I want you to play with it, do the cleaning, try to upload them, use all that we have here, the transformation that we have here, clean up the data with it. If needed, like this column here, try to split it into two. We do some splitting and see. And even some of them, you can decide to put them two decimal point instead of 3 or 4. Play with this data set and use append and merge and combine to see the result. And now we will compare the three. And next week, I'm going to show you what I have also. Today, I just want you to walk you through it and see how tedious cleaning data is. It's not just pulling up the data set and start doing the dashboard like we use the small data set to do it last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks. It asks a lot. Going through them, combine them. We use folders mainly when we have uh, like 2, 3, 4 or monthly or yearly report that had to be added to the data set or to our dashboard. So in that case, instead of using individual data set, we will have a problem at the end of the day. In that we have to redo our upload our data set every time we have a new one. But when you use the the folder, all we need to do at the end of the day, refresh. The refresh here, you refresh and they automatically refresh everything for you. So I know I wasted time on this mainly for you to learn how to clean up data. It's gonna be the same thing in Excel, same thing with Python. The challenge for our work is here, is how to clean up the data and have a sustainable data set, clean data set to do the work. To build a dashboard, you can see last week, it took only 20 minutes to come up with a dashboard. But when it comes to clean up the data, we used 2 hours today. We couldn't get the right data. No, 1 hour. We couldn't get what we want to get to. That's where the problem is. That's where we spend more time. That's where we have to spend all our knowledge to do this way. Machine learning, visualization, dashboard, report. Within a second, you can have them done if you have a clean data set. But having a clean data set, you have to put time in it. So um, I'm giving you the homework. I'll upload the data set in the folder. It will be in a zip file. You will upload it, and now when you upload it, trying to use the merge, keep the merge one separate, keep the append one. When you come to the append, it's the same thing. If I say right now, query append, you see it here, the result will be here. This, because we did the merge is here. Now it will say the append is say 2 table or 3 table. I say 3 table, and you give me this one. I say I want this table 1, table 2, and my third table. Boom. Is there any mistake? Yeah. And I'll just remove this one from it. No, I'll have to close it and come back here. I didn't want to do this one for you, but once I'm giving you homework, let me show it to you before. Okay, 3, number 1, number 2. It take the first one. Okay. Okay, let me go back again. Append as new. I wanted to do it as a new, but I was in append. 2 or 3 more. It take this the first one. So I'll add this one to it. I'll add this one to it. Boom. And I say, okay. Boom. Let's see here. Let me know. I'm not cleaning up anything. I'll just leave everything like this. And I'll say close and open. Okay, I'm gonna click on this and paste. And go here. Oh no. Okay. Now this one here, click it and do this and come to the append and use a timing and see if, yeah. You see that the append now get all the dates from 2010 to 2040, right? But when I use the merge refused because it needed more work. All I wanted to show you on this is to say you have to know which one work for the work you are doing, the data set you are working on. What work well for it? I use append. I use append and merge. You can see that the append work well with the work I wanted to do. It gave me from 2010 to 2040. That's what I want to see from your work. I didn't want to do it, but it's better that I do it for you to show you that when I use the combine or the merge mainly didn't give me the right thing that I was looking for. Thank you so much. And it was a lot for you today, but it's very important to know this thing. Then when we start working on the back end, it make easy for both of us. When we work on the gym table and um, the, the tree table, it make it easy for us to understand, to know how we combine the table together and do our visualization. You see here now, if I want to do any work, combine the three, I just need to use the append because it has all the dates that are needed, all the record of this one. All I need to do, remove this one and this one from it, and that's it. But the merge did not give me what I was looking for. Thank you so much. Is there any question that I can answer before we go? Any question?
No questions for me.
No, not for me.
Okay. Did you get it, or it was too much? We want to go through it next week?
Yeah, we can go through next week again as a refresher.
Okay, I will send the video by latest by Monday. You have the video, and
Okay.
next week we will go. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So it's tricky, but take it this way: the cleaning of the data is the most tedious work for any data scientist. Data analysis is take time. After you pass that, to do any graph, to do any dashboard, to do any machine learning work, any report, it's just a second. Okay. Thank you all.